All right. Welcome, one and all, to the Off the Rails Sports Podcast. I am your host, John, and if you could kindly hit that like and subscribe button, it means a lot to us. And we are going to recount the day in sports that was Thursday, August 14th, halfway through. Almost the Ides of August. That's not really a Shakespearean thing, that's the Ides of March. But for purposes of this sports podcast, we're going to go the Ides of August. Is this not the most boring sports month there is? We have baseball. I guess we have WNBA. And we have a little golf, but really, we're just waiting for football. We're 30 days away from football. Countdown. Less than. And, oh boy, I can't wait. We're going to do some really nice content here. I'm hoping. We'll see. Like I said, hit that like and subscribe. Leave some comments, and let's get it on. The NFLPA, which has had so many problems. They are so incompetent on so many different levels. And I'm going to tell you something that I've always wondered. And nobody is talking about this in the ecosystem. Yeah, we see the CBAs, and the players usually end up getting the short end of the stick. And look, it's negotiated, so I got no sympathy for them, especially in the last collective bargaining agreement where there was hundreds of active union members in the NFL who didn't vote on the contract. I mean, how goddamn lazy are you? You're not voting for the next 10 years. Oh, I'm only going to be in the league 2 years. I don't care. You know what? That's why baseball has the best union, because they will take the hit. They will sacrifice for future generations. Kudos to them. NFL definitely isn't like that. But the NFLPA, interesting thing happened on Thursday. They put a lawyer on leave who made allegations to the FBI. Now, her name is Heather McPhee, and she's been accused of bullying and doing anti-union activities while employed by the NFLPA. And this gets to where I was going before I got diverted, is I wonder how many moles the union has in it from the owners. The owners are billionaires. Yeah, the union's millionaires, but there's a big discrepancy. Can you imagine, let's throw a name out there like J.C. Trotter, who kind of circled the wagons. He's a player, he's in the union, but he's kind of, we're going to just put in Lloyd Howell. That's the guy, as corrupt as he is. And I think to myself, Mike Florio was talking about Mike Murphy from the Packers, who's retiring this year because of age, and that he should be the guy running the NFLPA, and I couldn't agree more. I do think that there is a carrot being dangled among a lot of the union guys and guys really, and to, after that's done, you can come over and work for me at the Ravens or the Raiders or whatever, because there's a lot of different places at that trough, right? You can be an offensive consultant. You can be a defensive consultant. You can give back rubs to Mark Davis. I don't know. Whatever that all is. So Heather McPhee, should be interesting to see what happens to her. I wonder why it took so long to get to that. Kind of interesting. Let's also talk about the Cleveland Browns and their rookie running back, Quinshawn Judkins, won't face battery charges for domestic incident a couple months ago. I'm glad to see that's all been taken care of. Let's roll over to the PGA, the second of the three playoff legs, the BMW Championship. Robert McIntyre, spectacular golfer from Scotland. 8 under 62. He rolled in a 65-footer on 12. He rolled in a 40-footer on 13. He is your leader in the clubhouse at 8 under. Tommy Fleetwood, who's literally had such a heartbreaking year, especially last week where he had the lead or tied for the lead quite a bit on the back nine, only to come up a stroke short. He's at 5 under. The usual name, Scotty Scheffler, is at 4 under. His caddy still is not with him. He's got personal matters. Scotty seemed deeply moved when I saw an interview with him yesterday about that. Victor Hovland, we have a sighting of him. Eminently talented, literally had a crisscross 2 years, I would say would probably be it. He did show up at the U.S. Open. And Rory McIlroy, who took a week off last week, came in with a even par 70 for the first round. All right, let's get to baseball. Let's start out with the Orioles, 5, the Mariners 3. Sagano for the Orioles, 5 and a third, a 1 earned run. Julio Rodriguez. Brian and I talked about this not too long ago. He keeps being mentioned in the MVP conversation, and he is a solid player. I mean, he is a really, really good player, but I wonder why he hasn't been able to elevate to actually get in the conversation. Cal Raleigh has passed him. He was 1 for 3, a home run, 2 RBIs. Every time I see Julio Rodriguez, I just think of like Mike Trout light. He is just a super talented. I always see him throwing strikes in the outfield. The guy is just super talented. Maybe it just takes a little more, or there's nothing wrong with the player he is. I do think there's another gear, and I think most people do. He has all the metrics. He's got speed. He's got power. He's a savvy player, but we keep wondering why he hasn't made the next leap. Maybe we'll see it here in the last month and a half of the season. Blue Jays win the series with the Cubs. They win 2-1. Phenomenal pitching shutout display. Max Scherzer came back and in full force. The future Hall of Famer, 7 innings, 1 earned run. Boyd for the Cubs, 7 innings, 2 earned runs. He gave up a 2-run bomb to Vlad Guerrero. That was the decider. The Guardians 9, Marlins 4. Jose Ramirez. Is there a more underrated player in the game of baseball than Jose Ramirez? The Indians signed him to a contract. And here's the beautiful thing about baseball. They're all guaranteed contracts, so you don't see the holdouts like you do in the NFL. And 3 for 4, 3 runs scored, 1 RBI. He truly is a Hall of Fame player, but I don't know if he's going to get there because he plays in Cleveland. If he played in a media market like Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston, Philadelphia, he would definitely be probably in the 3rd, 4th year he would get to the Hall of Fame, but he does have Hall of Fame numbers. This guy has been a monster for the last 8 years. He's just unrecognized because he's in Cleveland. Nationals 3, Phillies 2. Phillies are kind of in a slump. They didn't do very good at Cincinnati in the last series. They lost this series to the Nationals. Washington, Lord, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Luzardo for your Phillies, 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. Let's get back and reset for the weekend, guys. Braves, who are 53-68, 15 games under 500, beat the Mets 4-3. Elder for the Braves, 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Lindor, finally we get a little sighting of that guy, 3 for 4, 2 runs and a home run. Detroit, talk about the breakout guy. Tarek Skubal, best pitcher in baseball, 7 innings pitched, 3 earned runs as the Detroit Tigers beat the Twins 4-3. Skubal has had a bad couple of weeks for his incredible standards. He's still an excellent pitcher, but we're used to seeing this guy go 6, 1 earned run, 7, 2 maybe, on a bad outing. It just seems like something is off for him right now. Maybe he's just working through, arm tiredness that comes to pitchers sometimes in the middle of the season. I still think he's the Cy Young going away. The Diamondbacks, coming off that series win in Texas, beat the Rockies 8-2. Rodriguez, who's had an up and down year for Arizona as a pitcher, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run. It does help to get healthy when you're playing the Rockies. Gurriel had a home run and 3 RBIs. All right, that's it for beautiful Thursday, August 14th. Hey, hit that like and subscribe button. Leave some comments. We always appreciate them. And we'll see you soon on Off the Rails Sports Podcast.